Hello, you're listening to Mystic Orange. This is Talking the Shadows, episode 42. In today's episode, I'll be reviewing season 1, episode 25. We're almost over reviewing season 1 of Winx Club. I'm so excited of the finale. Yes. Um, So I'll be covering stuff in episode 25 based on scenes. So yes, I'm so excited for this. Each scene will be important. So the first thing I will talk about is the first scene. So so the girls So the girls encourage Flora to help break free Murta. This scene is really incredible, in my opinion. Um, Flora uses all her powers to free Murta. In my opinion, that's really amazing. The scene is is so incredible. Like Flora and Murta, how they come together, and Murta is free. I just love that. And yes, this shows how powerful Flora really is, and she shows like what sort of leadership quality she has. Um, so yes, I think um, this scene is so incredible. Like Flora is just showing herself like her true powers, and I think Murta like how she is in this episode is just amazing because I've already explained it in my previous videos on Murta. Check my previous video called Murta Deserves Better. I have mentioned stuff there. You'll see the scene of them just coming to around Althea. Murta, Flora, and all the other girls. They're just coming out along. You can just see like she could have been included in the club because like Murta really helped, and you can really see like the relationship with she has with Flora is just incredible. I love both of them for you know what they have done in this episode. So there are other scenes in Althea that I think is interesting. They're all prepared for what's to come next in the battle. Um, Everyone's like worried and hesitant. I think it's funny in one scene. I think Torta and Saladin, they're just playing chess on the ground. I thought it was really hilarious. Just them giving about. It's cute. Um, and I think some people are worried about what's happening. Um, like Chico and Pepe, like they're worried for Bloom. The boys are also worried for Sky. Um, Especially Brandon, and um, so they're all getting prepared for what's to come. They get signal from the Undines because the witches take the invisible road. So yes, they're kind of like preparing really hard. In the next section, I'll talk about is Bloom's scene. Um, she goes towards the lake, and she tries to like reach out to Daphne. I think Daphne's design is really beautiful. I really like how she portrays is portrayed in this episode. And also really like her like orange color is really beautiful, and I think she gives like a comforting speech to Bloom. In my opinion, it's really heartfelt. I think in all versions it's done really well. Like even in the Nick dub, Ray dub and Fox's dub, I think all three of them do this really well. Like Elizabeth Gillies in the Nick dub, especially. But I did like this one. She does explain to Bloom like no one can take power from her. I think that's really like epic. How Bloom just finds out. No one can take her power from her. It's always inside of her, which makes me think like I think their powers is linked to their emotions, and I think no one can take their true emotions away. So all this time, Bloom never had her power taken away from her. She just didn't have it in her. I think it kind of makes me think, in like episode 18, like when her power is taken, you could really think like all her is linked to her being upbeat. So her power taken away is kind of like her depression or something. Um, so yeah, she gets her power back, and yeah, I think there's like you know Daphne could have told her in like in Domino, but I think this works for the character development. She does rise up from the lake with the dragon. It's so incredible how she jumps out of the water. I think the dragon looks really pretty. The color of it is just pretty. I mean, I'm kind of biased because I am Mr. Orange, so it's my favorite color. But like Bloom in the sky with the dragon is just so gorgeous, and I like the music that's played in the Fockers version. I think it kind of like adds like epic nature of Bloom getting her powers back. Um, I think yeah, it's it's one of my favorite scenes. Along with like Flora and Myrta getting back together, um, Bloom getting her power like that is really incredible, and I think the music really helps. Um, so yeah, um, so that's my general opinion on like the Bloom scene in the lake. Um, then we get to see like the scene in Downtown Magic's. This guy looks around in the city, and then he looks around and there's like corpses all over the city. In my opinion, it's one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. But it's also one of the interesting things I've seen as well. It's so gross and creepy. Like, you makes you think of what really happened. Like, what sort of creature kind of turned these people into like cocoon, and it also shows like how threatening these creatures are. Like, it just turns people into like kind of corpses. So if you know if they didn't stop the monsters, this is what would have happened to like fairies of Althea and the other characters. So and I think the ones that do the rotting thing, I think it might be the one with the tentacles, because I think Sky kind of mentions it in the Fockers dub, that they do it with the mouth. So avoid those ones if I were you. Um, he then kind of like has a fight with these rat monsters, Army of Decay. Um, so yeah, I think the designs of these monsters are really interesting to me. Like, I mean, like they start off with the worms creatures, but some of these designs are so interesting. Like, you got the soldier one, you got the muscly one, and you got a flying one. It's really interesting. So yeah. Sky tries to fight these, but he isn't able to because he's really weak, and he's done enough like damage. So Bloom kind of like comes in to like rescue Sky on her dragon, which looks really incredible. Like uh, that scene of her going in the sky is just uh, fantastic. Uh, it, there's no words to describe it. I just love the coloring as well, like the orange glow around her, and she just annihilates all the monsters and saves Sky. Um, then she like jumps down to the ground, like seeing the corpses. And she's kind of thinking it through, like what could have happened in Althea, like um, these army of decay. Like in the last episode, they have seen like what could have happened to them. So uh, so it kind of gives a creepy, feeling. Like it's kind of dark, in my opinion. And also all these corpses seeing all around, it just shows you how dark the scenes are. I think, in my opinion, in the Cinelim version, it kind of does it better with the music. So yeah, I think then we're gonna talk about the tricks. They are ready. They just march in with the thrones of decay. I, I think it can look gross and disgusting. I think it's funny in one scene. Like, I like these uh, is like lines that they put in the Fockers dub. Like, I see kind of mention something about like what she'll put in Teen Witch, kind of like a magazine, and she put like about world domination, and it's really funny in my opinion. Um, so yeah, so everyone's really prepared, and Bloom and Sky, they're off to go to Althea. So yeah, it's to be to continue to the next episode. Um, so the episode is over. Overall, in my opinion, this episode is really great. Compared to the rest of the last part of the episode, this kind of like runs up every arc. Like Flora and Myrta arc, she kind of comes back, and Bloom gets her dragonfire back. So yeah, overall, say like it's one of the good episodes. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Um, yeah, and goodbye.